Welcome back to a new episode of 30 by 30 by SUALVI. Today is episode number 9, and today we're gonna make a sort of fast-paced title. I saw a similar title somewhere. I think it was an ad. So I think this style of titles might be helpful if you're trying to do like quick wording and stuff like that. So that's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it a fast-paced title. And this one is a little bit kind of like too quick there when it's changing. So we're gonna make it a little bit slower, like make it last a little bit longer. Okay, so as always, let's start with our fusion composition, and we're gonna create a background. Whoops. We're gonna deselect that and create a background. And then on that background, we're gonna create a text node. And then on this background, we have to create a shape. That's gonna be the base of everything. Then we create an actual background for our thing, and we're gonna connect it to this merger. So a new merger comes, and we connect it to the media out. So then we can see everything. Let's make it the main screen because we're only needing one screen to work with this. So the first thing is to change the rectangle. So we're gonna adjust the shape, and let's see, let's change here, color red, and then we're gonna change the background of this. Oops, the reason why this is not working is because this is showing as the foreground, and we have to change this and press Ctrl T, and there it goes. So we're gonna take this solid out and make it a little bit wider. There goes 0.01 and make it a more rectangle shape. And these you can adjust it depending on the size of what you want to put on your text. So what we had was SUALVI visuals, which is the same thing but SUALVI visual, you know, word name, I don't know. And we're gonna choose whatever font we want, but it also has to be sort of like next art. I think this is another font that I got from that website called 1001fonts.com or .org. You can just Google it and you'll find it. Okay, and then we might want to have the letter be the same color as the text, just for the sake. And this is a little bit different than the other one because of the colors and because of the amount that it's gonna last. And that's basically it. Before animating, we're just gonna copy these and make it a second one, and then we're gonna create a new merger and take this one out and connect it to the media out. So right now we have two right on top of the other one. So what we need to do first is, where do we want the first one to end? So let's end it at frame 21 and go to the text position and the rectangle position. Then the same thing is gonna go by, so we're gonna go backwards. Let's say 21, let's go to make it fast. So let's go 15 frames. And we're gonna animate it to, let's see, I think the first one came from the side. And the first one, the rectangle came from the top and the text came from the side. So if we animate it, it's gonna go there like that. And then we added a motion blur to it. I think it was number 4, and it was on 130 shutter angle. And we do the same for the rectangle. Sorry about that. So it adds that like fast paced. And we can also go to the spline tool and select that and press F to make it a little bit smoother, to make it ease in and ease out. And then we're gonna, it ends at 21. We're gonna leave it there for, say that's good. Let's go to 36 So we're gonna leave it there for 15 frames, and then we're gonna create a keyframe to take these out. Oops, we need it there. Then we're gonna go to these one, and we're gonna go to keyframe 36. So we go to the same keyframe that we were before, where this one starts, and center, there it goes. And we're gonna go again, the other one was 6 frames, I think. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6, and we're gonna create the ending keyframes for these. So it's gonna be here and here. So the text in these is gonna end by going towards the side, and the rectangle is gonna go all the way to the bottom. And the reason why we cannot see these again is because this is as a foreground, but we can press Ctrl T and it's gonna switch. So select the rectangle, see, and then here, in the first one, it started from the top, so this one is gonna come from the side, and the text is gonna come from the top. And I haven't changed it. There it goes. And let's see how that looks. And before that, we're gonna add the motion blur to these also. To both of them. There. So let's render these to see how it looks. So the position was a little bit odd in here. So we have to make sure that it's centered. And we're gonna copy these, X center, and go when it goes, put it here. So then it comes straight down. And then the last thing would be to animate this out. So we're gonna create a keyframe. Go 1 2 3 4 5 and animate it all the way out. And we have not put the spline on these two yet, so we're gonna do that. And for that, we just go and select everything and press F again, and that should automatically put everything at ease. So let's see how that looks. And that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully this was a shorter one. I don't like taking too much of your time, because I wouldn't like to watch like a 15-minute video every time I wanted to learn something new, but I'm doing the best that I can. And as time goes on, I'll be able to make it faster probably. So the last thing would be to change this background to black and go back to alpha, so then we can put it on top of any footage. So let's see, let's let it render. And once it renders out, we're gonna be able to see the difference between both of those. So that's it for this video, and I hope that you enjoyed this one and I learned something new and I got a new perspective, I guess you could say. And if you like the video, I always forget to say it, but if you like it, if you can subscribe, that would be a great thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, you can download the Fusion composition of these fast-paced title. So that was it for today's episode. This was episode number 9, and I will see you tomorrow in the next episode of 30 by 30 by SUALVI.